A harder, darker edge to the music now on BBC Two. Two mums take on a cult black metal band. Image is everything in Living with the Enemy.
My son Luke is 18 years of age. He is a dedicated follower of Cradle of Filth. I do not like this group at all. Horrible music and horrible posters in his bedroom of devil worship, witchcraft and vampirism. Quite frightening really as a parent.
For this programme, Janet has agreed to spend a week on tour with Cradle of Filth.
We on the star collectively referred to as Cradle of Filth.
Excellent stuff. Hold it. For the memory, dude. That's it. That's good. Let's have the paper.
Cradle of Filth, just a horror story put to music.
Cradle of Filth tend towards the more dark side of life. And I think that's definitely our appeal to a lot of people.
Very good. Bit more cleavage, can we have?
One of the reasons why a lot of people get into what we play, because we generally don't give a
That's it, that's good.
Bands of our ilk can be very damaging to the social structure.
That's it, that's cool.
I couldn't give a to be quite honest.
We sort of stand for everything that the normal Christian family would despise, I suppose.
But no matter how much they raise their blood pressure and go blue over what we do to their children, it's not going to make the slightest bit of difference to me.
He thinks that's music. I don't call it music, I call it noise. Men screaming, not singing, screaming.
Yeah, it's make it sound like a dead person singing. I mean, how would a dead person sing?
I think he looks horrible with all that paint on his face. I mean, that is Luke, as I know him. Not that.
Well, we're a geek then.
I mean, I don't call that a geek, I call that a nice young man.
You call that a nerd.
What we're trying to do is provoke a reaction.
We're out to provoke.
Look at the pictures for a start. They're not healthy to me. I mean, look, that one's even got blood in his mouth running out. That's not healthy, is it?
I could quite callously say I don't really give a shit, which is what I really truly feel.
We want to see what is acceptable. In a way, we're just testing the water for what's right and what's wrong.
I mean, we've got a T-shirt that boldly states Jesus is a...
Those T-shirts, are you telling me that looks right?
I like it.
Out there in society where children are,
do you think I like all this stuff with bloody religious
What's
fanatics?
Heidi going to say when she goes to school? And the teacher says, what do you know about religious education to the class? Do you know about Jesus? And Heidi will probably pipe up, oh yes, I know Jesus, he's a...
You cannot blame us for anything. If somebody listens to a Cradle of Filth record and then goes and commits mass murder, it's not our fault.
We, the band, are a result of society. So society's to blame.
Even if we wrote a record that all the lyrics will go out and kill everybody now, which we might do for the next album, then it's still not our fault.
If the child is that weak that we're going to influence them enough to do something wrong, then they don't deserve to be born, to be quite honest.
Who wants to live a life to do with dead people and vampires?
There's nothing wrong with dead people and vampires.
It's not normal.
It's not weird. Why is it not normal?
Yeah, but what about when we went into Marks and Spencer's? There's children and they're sort of gawping and they're nearly falling over watching Luke, and you've got the parents saying, don't look, keep walking. That's not right. I don't want my son to be treated like that.
To see for herself whether Danny Filth is in fact the Antichrist, Janet has been invited to join the band for the last leg of their Cruelty and the Beast European tour.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you...
For moral support, she's accompanied by her daughter, Lynn, herself a concerned parent. First stop, Paris, and an in-store signing session for the band to meet and greet the fans and promote their latest album. For Janet and Lynn, the opportunity to observe from a safe distance.
I'm amazed, absolutely amazed at the amount of people that are here. I honestly didn't believe for 1 minute that they could have such a huge following.
And the faces are so young. How can the youth, the youngness, 12 and 13, follow a guy that's into devil worship, witchcraft, sacrifices, culling people? How can they make their minds up at this age group? It's devil's work, and no good will come of it.
That's cool.
Cradle of Filth have just come in now, and the crowds are quite excited, and I'm afraid I'm not. I'm quite upset because of what I see out there. I see my own son, and I don't like it.
I found it quite overwhelming, really. I know my mum did. I know it upset you quite a lot, didn't it?
Yes, I did.
You took it very personally, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And
it was
just
such an evil atmosphere, anyway.
Just seeing the band in the flesh quite upset my mum.
The first actual meeting with the band is scheduled to take place in their dressing room before they go on stage. But getting to the dressing room means negotiating the large, enthusiastic and boisterous Cradle of Filth crowd. For Janet, plunged suddenly into a totally alien environment, it is a frightening ordeal. Cradle of Filth's world is living up to all Janet's expectations, and before she confronts the band, she needs space and a breath of fresh air to compose herself.
My own son is involved in that, and I don't like it. They're like animals, you know. It's barbaric. Barbaric. No words.
The band are due on stage any minute, and are getting increasingly twitchy.
Wait for me, Mum.
Finally, Janet decides she is sufficiently recovered to meet the enemy, face to face.
Hi, bye. Yes, thanks, you. Hello, I'm Lynn. Hi.
So where's Danny?
Danny.
Over here.
Over there.
All right. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Nice to meet you.
Oh, is that me? Have I done that?
That's it.
Did I do that? Did I do that?
No.
So you've got some real crazy stuff out there.
What?
It's upset me.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's overpowering.
So it's so much power. That's the only way I can describe it.
I still got 4 days of it yet, so
Get used to it.
Yeah.
In an awkward and uncomfortable atmosphere, it is left largely to Lynn to try and discover whether the band really are as bad as they make out. Are they into witchcraft, Satanism and necrophilia? How much of their publicity material is true?
What, the amount of stuff that you put in the Quran, how much is of it?
Well, everything. I wasn't when I said it.
In Quran you say you're into sacrifices, it's just a shame it's illegal.
Sorry, he was being sarcastic.
Really?
So you didn't mean
So it's
it?
not all true. I mean, the lyrics are so explicit. They're so violent, savage, uncivilised. They really are.
Go that far.
I would.
Lyrics, you might learn something else.
Yeah, we're not being anti-Christian whatsoever, really.
You want to see how far you can go, how much you can get
not
away
necessarily.
with.
Sometimes you feel
what?
off, other times you feel quite lenient, you know.
What would you do,
Interested in
though?
beauty
What would
one
you
minute,
do?
and next time very, very angry, want to do something. It's a statement. The T-shirt, Jesus, it is about adversity. It's in response to Jesus loves you that we've had forced down our throats, yeah?
Put aside the wording on the T-shirts. Why do the pictures on the front have to be so graphic?
Graphic?
Yeah, I just wanted your point of view.
It's not going to agree.
Let's kick off! Kick the table.
Oh God, don't, please. We've seen enough today.
So I'm going to get
You've
ready.
got to go get ready.
Yeah, we have to get on stage soon, you know.
I call it evil. I really do. And I feel like catching the first plane out, going home, ripping every poster off the wall and setting fire to every T-shirt.